let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought, a touchdown mind. Out of the box every time. No limits, no chains, no walls to climb. We're rewriting the rules in real time. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. No limits, no chains, no walls to climb. We're rewriting the rules in real time. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. Every shot's a story, every cheer's a spark. Under the lights we make our mark. Beyond the scoreboard, beyond the lines. Out of the box, redefining the grind. The grind. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way.
What's up, Raider Nation? The Bat Fry, Kenny Fry here, doing a quick keys to victory for the Raiders. So I'm in my truck, obviously, so I'm kind of out of studio on my phone here. So if you throw a comment out there, there's a good chance I'm not going to see it because I've never done this on the phone before, and it is difficult to see where the comments even are on this thing. So I apologize. But anyway, looking ahead to Raiders Commanders, some big news coming out. Jaden Daniels not playing for the Commanders, so they have Marcus Mariota going at quarterback, which, you know, he was a former Raider, very short time. But he is a capable quarterback, so let's not overlook Marcus Mariota and what he can bring as a backup quarterback. He's a running quarterback, can create plays with his legs and on the move. Very good thrower on the move when he rolls out. That's kind of where you want Marcus Mariota to be. You know, if you're the Commanders, you know, having him sit in the pocket and throwing from there, I would trust him more rolling out and throwing on the run. If I'm a Commanders fan, it just seems like Mariota, his past, it seems like he throws very well on the run and creating with his legs. So I would look for a run heavy type offense from the Commanders, whether it's from the quarterback or if it's from the run game. So Washington led by a rookie whose name I cannot think of right now. Again, I'm in my truck. I don't have notes in front of me or anything like that. But I did talk about him last Silver and Black episode earlier this week. So go ahead back and check that out. The dude has three names, so it's one of those cats. But he was a 7th round pick out of Arizona, I believe. I think his McCaskey, I think, might be his last name. But yeah, he's ran the bulk of their carries. He's carried the bulk of their yards, and not a run heavy type team so far. They haven't really gone off and killed anybody. You know, they beat the Giants in week 1. Last week losing to the Packers. Kept it somewhat close. Giants, I think they beat 20-6, 21-6, or what have you, somewhere around there. But it should be a very good, close, competitive game. So it's going to be it's not going to be anything where I think if the Raiders faced the Commanders last season, I feel like it could have been a blowout. This year, I feel a little bit different about it. So I feel like this could be a very close game, and if the game is close, the Raiders have a chance. Defensively, so far, the Raiders have played outstanding. The linebackers have played great run defense. Absolutely, the whole team has been playing really good run defense. Tackling in week 1 was awesome. Well, last week against the Chargers, tackling not as good. It wasn't terrible, but there were some missed tackles out there that led to extra yards on plays, which you don't want to see. You know, when you're a team like the Raiders that aren't very good in a bunch of areas, you cannot afford to let up those yards after contact, and that's something that the Raiders have to clean up if they want to win games. You know, they can't afford it. So, but yeah, the front four, your linebackers, all have done a great job tackling, and it shows. You know, you look at the stats. You know, holding the Chargers to around 80 yards on the ground, and I think it was 3.1, 3.2 yards per carry. Did a good job there. And in week 1, I don't remember exactly what the yards per carry were for against New England, but again, great job with the Raiders. They might have been like 60 yards rushing in total for the Patriots, maybe. So, and looking back last week against the Chargers, the Raiders gave up 80 some yards rushing. I think like 30 of those yards might have been Justin Herbert's. So that's scrambling yards. So you take him out of the equation, just running backs in general, running plays. The Raiders did a phenomenal job there. Very good job. So that's a huge key right here. Marcus Mariota, a running quarterback. And I expect the Commanders to run the ball a good bit. And, well, I shouldn't say a running quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. So tackling is going to be huge. Being disciplined is going to be huge. And when I look back at the game against the Chargers, there was a couple times I talked about this on the last episode where especially Max, he did it quite a few times. He got a little bit too far upfield and left a nice hole for Herbert to kind of step up into and either create something with his legs or a good passing lane. You know, we can't allow that with Mariota. You know, we need to maintain discipline, keep him in the pocket, and get our sacks there. Get the push from up the middle. Lualu, he's been awesome so far up the middle. Adams as well. So the whole front four has been very good. You know, Kuntz has been doing a decent job. Coming off that ACL surgery, nice and slow. I wouldn't expect a whole lot out of him early in the season. I'd feel like if you're expecting a Kuntz to really stat-wise, you know, make a difference, I would start looking maybe second half of the season. You know, that's where I'd expect the bulk of his plays. So sorry, my hand's in the way there. Sacks and stuff like that, more tackles, more playing time. I would expect second half. You want to kind of bring him back slowly, especially coming off the ACL. And I feel like his second half is going to be huge. Second half of the season for Malcolm Kuntz. So stop the run for the Raiders. I think that's going to be a huge thing. Force the Commanders to pass. They do have Debo. They do have what the heck's his name? I can't think of the other receiver that was a free agent. He kind of held out this year. Terry McLaurin, Zach Ertz. That's another big one. Tight end for the Commanders. I think he actually might be leading their team in receiving yards or at least receptions. So you can't forget about Zach Ertz. So I think the Raiders really need to key on him. But I really do. I feel like they need to force Mariota, beat them with his arm, not with his legs. And I feel like that leans heavy towards in favor of the Raiders. Secondary wise, the Raiders, very new to each other. So you do see occasional communication issues. We've seen that against the Chargers on one or two plays, especially the big play there at the end of the first half, the 60-yard touchdown pass. So we need to keep that under wraps and figure that out. Offensively, the Raiders need to run the ball. They're going to have to run the ball if they want to win any games this year. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And I think if they can get Genty rolling, Zamir White rolling, it doesn't have to be 20 to 25 carries for Genty. Ideally, yes, that's your playmaker, that's your first round pick, but it doesn't have to be him. The Raiders need 25 to 30 carries from the running back room as a whole. And if they get that, I feel like that's a win. The Raiders win if they're able to get the carries up 25 to 30 out of the running back room, because it's been so pass heavy so far in the first 2 weeks that we can't have that. We've seen last week with Geno forcing the ball, and a lot of that forcing the ball into places that he didn't need to force the ball. I feel like it comes off the pressure from the middle of the offensive line, but also Geno looking to make plays, especially with no running game. And if we can get the running game going, it's going to help Geno. It's going to slow that rush down. and it's going to help Gino with time with the offensive line. It's going to help the offensive line as well, and Gino won't feel like he has to put the team on his shoulders the whole game to win. They need to run the ball. They really force the run. Force the run from the Raiders. Hopefully, I believe Jackson Powers Johnson is back. I want him at center. I think most Raider fans can attest to that. They want Jackson Powers Johnson, JPJ at center. And if that means you sit Parm, sit Parm. If that's what it is, start Meredith. Well, I wouldn't sit Parmer. I don't think Kappa should be playing unless you're going to start the rookie. What's his last name? I think Johnson. Unless you're going to start him, I don't know, but I wouldn't let Kappa start. So if you're going to go veteran, so go Meredith at guard and go Parham at guard. But if you're going to sit Para, I wouldn't put Kappa in. I really wouldn't. I don't think Kappa should see the field at all unless it's for like a series maybe, and that's it. It's not as a starter. So we need to run the ball and stop the run. Run the ball. It's a key. It's simple keys to victory there. Run the ball. And don't let Mariota beat you with his legs. So those are my keys to victory here. Good tackling, stuff the run, make Mariota, make the Commanders beat you with the pass. And for the Raiders offensively, run the ball, work off the run, do your play action passes there. Maybe even throw a couple screens in there. I'd like to see that as well. But that's it. It's simple. It's very simple, and the game can be simple like that. And I feel like it's going to be a very close game. My prediction, as a homer, as a Raider fan, my prediction: Raiders win 20-10. But as a non-biased person, I'm going to go non-biased score here. I still think the Raiders can pull out this victory, even though it's East Coast. It's an early game, 1:00 game. I still do think the Raiders can pull out the victory. Non-biasedly, I feel like without a Jaden Daniels in there, I feel like the Raiders still can win this game 20-17. But as a Raider fan, I feel like the Raiders can really put their foots in their ass and the Commanders' ass and take control of this game, 20-10 Raiders. So, all right, that's all I have. Thank you for checking the show out. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, all right, just win, baby. See you later, Raiders.
Strong, let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, out of the box where the wild ones play. We see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. Alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought, a touchdown mind. Out of the box every time.